So for people who are going through a spiritual awakening or are growing spiritually, you might be actually trying to understand things, like you're looking for signs all the time, and sometimes you're like confused, like what is happening with me. So we are going to like see all these things in today's video. All right. Hello everyone, this is Callie, your pal, and today I'm going to talk about 10 signs that determine that you are growing spiritually. Okay, so if you are familiar with the previous videos I have made on these topics, like my spiritual journey, I have made like 3 videos on this topic, and it was really a long time that I made a new video on this topic. So I thought, what, I should make something for this playlist because it's been a long ass time. So let's begin today's video. I'm really sorry, I know a lot of people don't like this plain background, and I don't know if it was gonna be a little bit longer video, so I thought, what, I want to sit, because since 2-3 days I have been feeling so overwhelmed with emotions, and there's so much of stuff happening. I'm feeling so tired mentally that I have taken a few naps since 2 days, and also thank God I have been sleeping more. That's because my mind is so tired and I feel good. It's not easy to accept certain things, but then I have learned to kind of accept, the kind of person I am. I know that I'll go back and forth thinking about this thing, but that's okay because I have learned to accept things easily, but still I know that I'll go back and forth thinking about it. And that's the reason I think I'm sleeping more and more, because whenever I feel mentally really tired, because of thinking a lot of things, I do feel the need to rest. Like I like to sleep over it, because otherwise I'll just be like thinking too much and analyzing things, and I don't want to do that. So this whole week was very intense, and I'm very glad it's over. It's almost over actually. So let's begin today's video. So the points are more about what I have gone through, like these signs are more, you can say, of more related to what has been happening or happened in my spiritual journey. So I don't know if everyone can relate to it, but let's see. So the first sign is you are more and more anxious, as in you start asking a lot of questions, and you are like, you want to know everything, like you want to know what is your purpose in life, what am I doing, am I going in the right direction. You start asking these things in every area of your life, whether it's your career, whether you have been doing this job, are you happy with it, maybe this is not your calling, maybe you should be something else, like I don't know, anything like a yoga guru, or organic farming you should do, or you should become an artist, or you should become a YouTuber. You'll not be just happy with the way things are. You'll get restless. You'll be always like trying to seek answers. So even when it comes to relationships, if it's not going in the right direction, you're like, am I happy with this? Yes, people tell me, I've heard these love gurus talk about this is how it should be, this is how it should not be, but then what do I want in relationship? What do I want in a partner? Everything that he wants is about materialistic things. Where is the love? Oh no, I can't be with this person because he is not spiritually aligned with me. He doesn't want to give back to the society. So every area of your life you will start to question, you will start to look for a purpose in life, your life purpose on this planet Earth. You will basically start to look for a lot of answers. You'll just be restless till you kind of get answers to all these questions going on in your mind. Okay, don't worry, you're not going crazy. It is just that you are in the right direction. It is just guiding you in the right direction. Okay, second point is, this is very relevant to my life. I'm sure a lot of light workers and everyone on the spiritual journey has seen the number synchronicity, like 1111 or 333, 2222, all these sort of numbers, and when I started to see that, I think it was long back. This was before 2011. That 11 thing happened, and there was this whole hoopla about, okay, what, this is gonna happen, that is gonna happen. Every one of these people who are like spiritual gurus and all, astrologers, and everyone was like talking about what it means and giving their 2 cents of opinion on that. So I started seeing this, I think in 2010 probably, or I don't know if it was before. I did not really pay attention, but 2010, 11, and I continue to see it from time to time, even now. Sometimes it is there for continuously, every now and then I see it, and sometimes I just see it for a few days, and then I think I have seen that most of the time I see it when I'm more worried, about things, or I'm seeking answers. So, that time I probably see 1111 a lot of times. And you should always pay attention to what you're thinking that time, okay, because maybe it is like a sign, like you're in the right direction, or yes, you're right, whatever you're thinking. Or just simple thing like, for example, I'm always thinking, oh my god, when will I go to Los Angeles? So it's like, if I see it during that time, it's like an affirmation. So usually this synchronicity of numbers is that. And yeah, we try to read about it a lot. I at least try to read about it a lot. A lot of times, like, different numbers have different meanings. Now, I have not really read about that much. So I don't know, maybe sometime later, if I read more about it, I'll definitely share with you guys. But this much I know, that's why I'm sharing about the numbers and synchronicity with you guys. Okay, the third point is about faith and doubt. Yes, a lot of people have ups and downs in their lives, but they say that a lot of people, who are on this planet for a purpose, like, usually they go through a lot of struggles in their life, and you will question from time to time. You'll always go back and forth with this faith and doubt, and even faith in not just the universe, but you'll constantly doubt yourself too. But at the end, you will be like victorious, because you're born with the confidence. So don't worry, it's okay. Initially you will definitely doubt yourself, but the moment you have faith in yourself and your capabilities and your higher purpose, it will all be very clear and you will be on the right path. Next point is, you are taking in information not just when you're conscious, but sometimes subconsciously also. Like, have you noticed that even when you're sleeping, you get these lot of weird dreams sometimes, because your mind might be like subconsciously trying to take in information. A lot of times you might be just like staring at the ceiling fan, and subconsciously, like, you're not really thinking too much, but suddenly you're actually processing basically information faster when you're spiritually awakened. Because fascinating that when a person says something, or when you read something, or when you watch something, or sometimes you're just not even doing anything, and you're just like, your mind is constantly working so much faster, and you're like processing information so much faster. the awakening might, be happening really faster than you actually think. So don't worry, you're not going crazy. It's a good sign. Next point is about vibing more towards people who are your tribe. A lot of times as you start awakening, you might feel that you're gravitating more towards the people you feel who understand you. Like, I feel you, girl, or I feel you, boy. So sometimes you would feel like, the people you have known for say 10 years also, you might feel like these people don't understand me, or when you meet them you feel like I don't get them or they don't get me because you have changed. See, a lot of times in life, like, we should kind of only, like, I feel we should keep people who are your tribe, who are on a similar journey basically. Okay, I'm someone who just lets people be. Like, at least now. Earlier I would meddle a lot in my friends' life and try to tell them things, but then it's okay. So I'm not going to try to change those people or their thinking, and I will communicate more, or I will definitely share more and try to understand things more with people who are similar to me or on a similar journey. So that's okay. You have to kind of move on from some people in your life for your own growth also, and that's okay. Some new people might also be coming in your life, who are your tribe or people like you. So that's okay, don't worry, that's for the good. Next point is this is very funny actually, but have you noticed that you don't really believe everything you read or everything you watch, for example on the news, or what politicians say? So you will be able to see beyond the whole crap they try to sell to people. A lot of times, like, for example, in an age where people actually send WhatsApp forwards and they are like, all those whatever, they try to forward so many stupid things and people actually believe it. So you are not stupid. So you are always, like, you're always open to more information, and you will not just believe anything and everything which is there on the news and what politicians are saying, because you are more aware. You are people can't fool you basically. And of course you try to, like, seek more and more answers and more information and try to understand things in a better manner. So that's the reason you will not, like, I hardly watch news, to be honest. I'll just read something, some headlines. I do like to watch Ravish Kumar's prime time because he says the right things and I have a lot of respect for him. Maybe he might be a light worker too. Next point is that you can read other people's energy, and not just your family members, of your friends, sometimes even strangers. You might just look at that person's eyes and you can just tell a lot of things. For example, I can just look at a person's social media and I can tell you a lot about that person. I can see someone's Insta story and I can say a lot about that person. So a lot of times you might not really get along with your father, for example, but a bestie, a friend of yours who lives like miles away from you, probably in some another country, he gets you, he understands you. That's because of this connection you people share. And I call it, like, maybe he or she is my soulmate, or we've had some kind of connection in past lives, sort of like that. Next point is that you start giving less importance to material things. Like, yes, money is important, but you might just be like, you just need like basics. So you would be really happy with simple things in life, and you will be like, always focusing on how much you can give back to the society, and in what way you can give back, whether it's anything, donating, volunteering, whatever suits your personality. So you might want to do more and more. And whatever you do in your life, whether you might be an artist, you might be whatever, but you will always try to look for ways to create ideas, like for the benefit of the society, for the benefit of this earth, for the people. You'll always look for ideas. How can I help? Should I do organic farming? Should I, the solar energy kaise use kar sakte hain? What can you do more so that everyone can afford? That's how it should be. It should not be a materialistic world ki only the few rich are, gaining from things, and so much of wars are happening, and the fight for oil and stuff like that. So you are not going to think in that way. You're always going to think like how many more people can benefit from this. So you're always going to keep thinking of ideas. You're going to meet up with people who have similar ambitions and similar thinking of basically giving back to society, and not just filling their own house with all sorts of material things which are just gonna lie in their closet or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. ऊपर वैसे भी क्या लेके जाने वाले हो तुम लोग? Next point is about your physical symptoms, kind of like have you noticed that sometimes you're thinking so much that you feel like even physically tired, you feel like fatigue, and because your mind is constantly thinking, right? So it will affect you more, and of course it's gonna affect you physically. So all those things will happen. Like since 2 days, like I have been feeling like just lying down, and I had a lot of work yesterday. I finished it so late, my second video, but that is also because I took a nap. And even like in the morning also, I don't think so, I woke up early yesterday also. So I was just feeling like I wish I could just sleep or go for a vacation. That was the feeling I had. Even today I've been feeling like I don't want to do this, I just want to sleep. I don't want to face the world. I don't want to face anything. With the whole YouTube thing happening, the new rules and stuff, to be honest, I'm like, I don't want to do anything. So yeah, that is what is happening. A lot of times, sometimes, you'll start noticing how you'll start becoming aware basically how your body reacts or your tummy reacts when you eat something like, for example, wheat. I have always eaten more chapatis in my life. Earlier I used to not like rice, in spite of being a South Indian. Like chapati was usually made more, and then of course after hitting a certain age, I was like, this wheat affects my tummy. It makes me feel bloated. I don't want it. So you start becoming aware of these things more कि okay, maybe milk, buffalo milk मुझे suit नहीं करता. I feel something in my tummy. So you start becoming aware ki what you should eat. Even these small things, it might be a small thing, but I think it will make you feel better. Okay, once you start either giving up or finding alternatives. About people going vegan, I don't know how they get their proteins and other vitamins and stuff, but a lot of people go vegan. It's because of being conscious, like about things, and they feel guilty about this, the things which happen with animals, and they feel much lighter apparently. And the last point is about traveling. Now, of course, I want to travel more, but everyone likes to travel, but I think people who are on a spiritual journey, they have a different purpose for traveling. Sometimes you might want to travel to a particular country or state because you feel a kind of connection. It's very difficult to make people understand that, okay, why is it happening? Why I feel this sort of connection with this particular place, I should go there. A lot of times people don't travel because of course they have to pay the bills and pay the rent. There are other obligations like about family and stuff. So all these things are there, but I think that urge to travel is a lot more for people on this spiritual awakening journey. So these are some of the signs, to look for to determine that you have had a spiritual awakening or you are on a spiritual journey, So don't worry, You know, if you feel that people don't understand you, people think you're crazy, don't worry, because they will reach your level. You should talk about these things to probably people who are on a similar journey. They will understand it more. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment and let me know if you can relate to this video. If any of you are facing any kind of spiritual awakening, then please let me know. Please share this video with your friends and please subscribe. If you're liking my channel, my videos, please subscribe because I need your support more than ever. I don't know how I'm going to get 1,000 subscribers in 1 month and 4,000 hours of watch time, but we can all try, right? So yeah, please subscribe, and if you want to check out my last video, it's somewhere here. Until next time, it's bye-bye from me. Take care. Happy weekend.